Irina through the phone of her sister and Felix's mother Elena, but both women refuse to answer. Meanwhile, Alan and his partner Detective Trina watch footage of the robbery and can tell some of the thieves have army training. In the morning, the group discusses how to pull off the next job, which is a heist at the Department of Homeland Security. They'll need at least 10 minutes, which is impossible because the police shows up in 3. Franco has an idea: they could do a 999. This entails killing a cop, which would send all the police to the location of the incident. Marcus doesn't like the idea of having to kill a fellow officer, but Franco is happy to do it. In the end, they agree this is their only choice. Later, Marcus and Chris are called to a murder scene, where a car is burning down and 3 heads have been found on top of another vehicle. Franco is also there and treats Chris like a rookie, so Chris proves him wrong by translating the threat on the glass. Then he goes to interrogate some gang members, only for Luis to insult him and try to attack him. Chris blocks him and arrests him, causing the other cops to come for the rest of the gang. Furious, Marcus pulls Chris aside and scolds him for complicating things. Sometime later, Elena brings Felix to Michael's home for an allowed scheduled visit. They're late and Michael knows Irina is behind this. The next day, Michael drops Felix at Irina's and uses the chance to yell at her for killing Russell. Irina is unbothered and reminds him to do his job. The next time the group meets at a sauna and Marcus tells them their victim should be Chris because Alan will move the entire department for his nephew. When they go home, Gabe admits he doesn't like the idea of killing a random guy that hasn't done anything and begs to change the plan. Michael snaps and says they have no choice before pushing Gabe out of his car. The next day, Alan meets with a person in the naughty business. He bribes her with some money and learns that a working girl named Leah had taken too many uppers, causing her to share a secret: her boyfriend had just committed a bank robbery. Meanwhile, Marcus and Chris enter the gang's territory. While Marcus talks to some locals to gather information, Chris tries to scold 2 teen gang members for their lifestyle, telling them to go back to school. Afterward, they secretly follow a criminal known as Termite, the main suspect behind the murder. They watch him pretend a bag of illegal powder is a baby to move it around in a baby carriage, hiding it in a car to drive off.